Hey, this is Kevin with Create Curriculum, and today we are looking at the Lord of the Flies survival pamphlet. Let's take a look. So I created this project with the intent of having it as students read. I wanted to dive into project-based learning and focus on that as we started Lord of the Flies. It's always a high interest novel, and I wanted to take advantage of that. So I'm having students, as they begin, they're going to start taking notes on what the boys have to survive in Lord of the Flies. What situation are they dealing with? So once students figure out what exactly these boys are dealing with, they're going to start researching and creating a survival pamphlet. Now with this, they're going to look at what the boys had to deal with and how they're going to survive. They're going to have to do their own research. There's a bunch of different options they can go off of with this. I'm trying to have students also look at both print and digital as well. So that's going to be part of it. So before we get into this actual project and starting it, they're going to have to do a little bit of research, and they're going to have to know exactly what these boys are dealing with, because that's their audience. So this is the assignment sheet I have here. With this, they're creating an informational survival pamphlet that you could give to the characters in Lord of the Flies to help them survive the scenario they face. Now with this, students need to know what that scenario is, so they have to have read it or have started reading it. I'm going to do this near the beginning, because eventually I'm going to transition to another kind of project with theme. But for this, I want to give them purpose as they're reading of why they're reading and also why they're doing this informational writing task. I want them to have that authenticness of helping these kids. And also they're going to be looking at the different things they have to face. So they have to take notes. They have to see what exactly they had to do, what was wrong, what was right, and how they faced it and what they could have done differently. Lastly, I have this last part: remember your audience, and as always, be sure to cite your sources. Important part in that. So within this, we have the task, purpose, and audience. I went through and I went straight from standards and then broke that down. Here we have a pamphlet is written for the boys in Lord of the Flies and addresses specific topics to help them in the situation. Introduction, conclusion, because you want to have both parts in that. Looking at the organization, topic is introduced in an engaging manner and concludes with a section that follows from and supports the information presented, with both including a creative heading. So you want to make sure this is a pamphlet, so you want to make sure that there is headings to that, looking at both how you introduce it with those headings and also how you execute it as well. Informational content, make sure it includes many significant and relevant facts. We have here organization and integration of information, and with this we will also make sure that they're organized by topic and integrated into the text. Inclusion of additional elements, and that was one of the standards I wanted to make sure I included with this pamphlet assignment, because I wanted them to, because with a traditional essay you won't get to those graphics or the headings, things like that. This adds a little bit more to that and a little more outside the box for students, but also very important because you're going to have to create maybe a flyer in your life or for work, and this is a way of kind of getting into how to do that. We have in-text citations, that way we can tell where things came from, avoiding plagiarism, and also having sources. We're going to have a portion on that where students can cite their sources. So we're using that research skill of making sure we're saying, hey, I got this from here, and here's how you find it. And I have here MLA format. You could change this to another format if you want to work with that. This is just, I don't want to introduce a new format at this point for my students, but you're welcome to do that. And that is my survival pamphlet here. Thank you for checking out our Lord of the Flies survival pamphlet. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Take a look at our other videos for other ideas with your curriculum. And happy teaching.